When you were just a little crumb snatcher between ages 1 and 3 for you late bloomers, you decided one day that this crawling shit sucks, it's slow, and it's boring. And your knees get all scuffed up. And you decided you wanted to do what the pros do, so you pulled yourself up by the sofa and you balanced yourself. And with your left foot, you took a step. And then you balanced yourself again. And then with your right foot, you tried to take a step, but you fell right on your ass. If that rack looked easy, it's because it was. I've seen that pattern probably hundreds of thousands of times. And the only ball in there that gave me any pause at all was the 5 ball, because the 9 ball was black in the corner pocket. But that said, it's the only thing that slowed me down remotely. And so it's just a matter of letting your subconscious mind take over and pretty much disposing of everything in your conscious mind. And all the times you screwed it up, and when you finally learned how to do it right, you keep that in your subconscious and you recall it when you have to. And that's just a matter of trusting your subconscious mind to do it. Do I sound like a crazy person? It's true. If you want to play high level pool, you're going to have to learn how to turn your subconscious off and on at will. And just do what you know you can do. It's a matter of trust and trusting yourself and relaxing and just like Nike says, just do it. Yeah, it's really, really strange. I can recall shots I took in tournaments and in matches back in the 1990s, and I can recall them in vivid detail and tell you why I missed that shot, and what I was wearing, and what my opponent was wearing, and how I was feeling, and how I ate, and every single little detail, including the details of the table and everything else. But if you ask me about a shot I just made in a tournament that I won, I would have absolutely no recollection, and it would be like me asking you how many times did your heart beat this morning, or how many steps did it take to get to the mailbox. You'd have no way of knowing. And it's the same thing. It's because you were using your subconscious while I was playing pool on my subconscious. This video might be a little too advanced for players who've only been playing a couple of years. it just might not make a whole lot of sense to you. But I'm going to take for granted that you are advanced and continue to push through this. So your opponent broke, and you come to the table, and he broke dry, so there's 9 balls on the table. And you're looking at the 1 ball, and where the cue ball is, and where the 2 and the 3 is, and you're feeling a lot of self-doubt and a lot of nervousness, and you're really, out of the million different ways of shooting this 1 ball, you're not real sure on which one you should take, because on all those millions of times when you shot that 1 ball, you've missed on most of them. So that's what you remember, and the times you missed, or the times you snookered yourself, or you scratched, or whatever. The reason you're doing this is because you're a little too conscious. And when we're nervous, we're conscious of everything. We're overconscious, and we're remembering all, the times we missed and the times we played terrible, and that brings in all this self-doubt. And to further complicate this issue, we have 9 different problems and 9 different shots, and that adds up to like a million different times you've screwed up this run out in this pattern. And that increases your self-doubt. And again, what you're doing is you're not tapping into the subconscious. You're not trusting yourself. You're not letting go of your consciousness and just allowing your subconscious recall to take over and just do what you know you can do. I mean, you remember you were a child between 1 and 3 years old, and when you first started learning how to walk, you had to be totally conscious of what to do with your feet, and then when you moved 1 foot, you had to be completely conscious of and figuring out, well, what do I do now? And most of the times you fell on your ass. And you got back up later and you tried it again, and it's like, okay, what foot should I move first? And you tried to move both feet at the same time and you fell on your ass again. And imagine if today, you're an adult, and you had to be totally conscious of every time you take a step. And you have to be conscious of balance. So every time you get up from your desk, you have to be, okay, I have to put 1 foot in front of the next. And what if I fall? What if I make an ass out of myself? I'll never be a pro, I'll never do, and all this crap comes in. I mean, imagine if we had to live like that. We don't. We have a subconscious mind to take over and get up and automatically walk. Well, it's that same subconscious mind that you have to tap into to play high level. Yeah, we're not going to stop analyzing the rack, so let's do it. Here's the cue ball here, the cue ball to the 1. This is straight in. The 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 3 to the 4. The 4 ball's hiding down here way deep in the corner. 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6, 6 to the 7, 7 to the 8, and 8 to the 9. Frankly, it is an easy rack. The issue we have here, as you guys know quite well, I do not shoot combinations. And so we have to get up under this 5 to either shoot it in the side or shoot it in the corner. Yeah, it's an issue. The other issue we come across in this rack is where we get on the 7 ball. Get a little bit of an angle, a little bit to the left of the 6, I believe, on the cue ball to shoot the 7, and we could go 2 rails and back up on line for the 8, but I decided to go to this rail, put a lot of right-hand English on it, and kill the angle naturally going this way to come back down on the 8, and I'll explain why I do that when we get to it. So let's roll the beam footage. You got to draw back a little bit on this 1 ball because you need an angle to get back down on this 3. We could have left the cue ball up high and just cut it in and come down further on the 4 ball to bounce up on this 5 to shoot it in the corner or the side. But I leave well enough alone and go right down on the 3. You'll see me draw back here a couple inches on the 2, and that's because I'm looking for, not to get straight in, I want a little bit of an angle to get a little bit down table, but I'm not trying to get 12 inches from the 4 ball. That would just be totally, completely silly. Totally silly. Yeah, all this is being done with the subconscious mind until we start getting closer to the 6. You saw me, or the 5 ball, not the 6. You saw me take a break there from automatic subconscious play and say, okay, let's go back into my conscious and figure out what the hell we're doing on this 5 ball. And I'm looking for a straight in shot, and I'm looking for an angle to shoot this 4 ball off this rail on to get in line for this 5 ball. And now we're diving straight back into the subconscious and just doing what your brain already knows how to do. Are you with me? Yeah, you also see me take a break on the 7 ball. Yeah, I will never replay that combination, that 5-9 combination. So it was all about getting up underneath that 5 ball. Just took a break there to see what the hell was wrong with the table, and the seam is breaking right there. So I could have rolled up on that 6 ball and got a totally different angle on the 7 and just kind of made it easier. But you just make note of that. I mean, there's a million different ways to shoot every shot. You're eventually sticking with what has worked for you in the past, and you're drawing out of this corner pocket and just hitting right by the corner and coming straight back up on the 7. You can see I have the speed of this table dialed in pretty good at this point. And like I said before, there's a number of ways you can do this. You can down the bottom rail and put right hand English, or you can spin this 2 rails and try to get on the line for this corner here. The reason I don't like that is because I don't want to get, actually it's a lazy habit. I don't want to get back and line this up and find out where the line is straight in the corner. I know it comes up before this side pocket or right at the side pocket. Either way, very close to the side pocket, and I don't want to play with this side pocket. For me, it's easier to put right hand English. For you, it might be a little bit different. You can go down to this rail and pull out on this side. And this way, I'm shooting to get straight in. But if I go long, it's still an easy shot to shoot the 8 and bounce off this rail. And if I come up short, it's still an easy shot on the 8 ball to go down to this rail and bounce back up. If I get straight in, all I have to do is pretty much stop it or draw it back 2 inches, and I'm good. This game is over. These are conscious thoughts. Everything else in this game that you've just watched here, you can see me pausing right there. And now I'm back in the reality. Now it's like, okay, John, there's 2 ways to shoot this shot. Which one do you want to take? And you can see me stop up. Yeah, there's people around me. They're breathing. There's music. There's all kinds of crazy shit happening around me. I don't like this place. I've decided what to do. I'm going back to my subconscious mind. It's more comfortable there. I don't have to think when I'm there. So yeah, you can see that angle is coming up down this way to be a little bit exaggerating, and it bounced back up the same way. So yeah, you can see I put right hand English on that, and I went a little bit long. But again, like I already said, it's still an easy shot, and all we have to do is force it to this rail, and we should have a really great shot on the 9 ball, as long as you know the speed of the table, which I do. It's all good. We're simple on the 9 ball. Just stay down, breathe. dig your comfort zone and win, man. You gotta win. But now, today, you don't even think about it. You get up off your desk and you go in the kitchen and you make some coffee, and you didn't have to think about any of it because it all happened real easily with your subconscious mind.